Right, it gives me great pleasure to have the returning Leon Pettit, ESL. I love saying it, but he's an ESFL veteran, a regular on this podcast. He's the co-host for this segment, which is we're rounding up the SCFL, MSFL, and ESFL, the Hastings report. This is week 2. Just quickly, I see you're still alive because I know you played on Saturday in this heat. How are you, first of all, Leon?
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, no, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
we'll talk about that later because
yeah.
we know that there's been visits to hospitals because of possibly you or I don't know members of your team. Hopefully, there's no charges. Anyway, first of all, for our SCFL sides, Bexhill travelled to Surrey and smashed Alford 3-0. We saw someone me and you have spoken to on the phone, Leon, Mr. Dan Hull, who bagged the brace, and Samuel Scott, who made it free, a comfortable visit there. Your thoughts on the game? Seemed like a comfortable outing for Bexhill United.
Yeah, see, that Dan Hull's a very good signing
Yeah,
for
brilliant signing.
Bexhill at that level. I'm sure he'll be a very effective player for him. I'm sure that'll be the first of many goals he'll get.
Well, we must try and get him on. I'm going to attempt to get him on. Obviously,
Yeah,
the last time we
was,
spoke to him was when his brother rang him up.
yeah, I think I was the instigator in that as well. So I better
you,
apologise to him, and
yeah, well, there's so many apologies you got to give.
I.
Obviously, after that impressive result, Leon, Bexhill are going to travel down, going over to Hill Park to play Saltdean. That's going to be tomorrow night. Because we're recording on the Monday, so it's Tuesday night kickoff. I mean, I know they are playing at Saltdean, and we know like Saltdean's record last season, but you've got to fancy Bexhill as Saltdean haven't started so well this term. They've already lost 3 games in a row. What are you thinking, Leon?
Yeah, just going by this season's record, you think Bexhill should go down there and get a result?
And then after that, they won't be playing again till the 29th of August. So that's the
No.
way the fixtures work
Mm.
out. That's Bexhill. Moving over to Little Common. Now, Little Common could only manage a draw despite taking the lead. That was against Loxwood FC. That was at the recreational ground. Sam Ellis put them in the lead, but it was another late goal. They've had a few in their games. It seems that not holding on to leads. Any thoughts on that game, Leon?
You can only imagine maybe the conditions played a part in that game. Might not have been a pretty game to watch. Obviously, it's difficult if I'm not actually there, but just by going what I've seen online, Loxwood picked up a few bookings. There wasn't much of a crowd there really, which is quite disappointing. Only 84, maybe. Yeah, maybe if they prefer the day on the beach.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, it seemed too hot for the beach, though, wasn't it? But right. So then, Little Common's next game, it's going to be at the Withdean Sports Complex, and that's against AFC. Let me see if I can say it properly. Varndinians.
Sound like I
Yeah,
said it. Yeah.
they were going to be playing tonight, which is this Monday, but it's been moved. So that bit confusing. Sometimes these fixtures are all over the place. So that's Bexhill and Little Common. So let's move on to MSFL. I mean, as we predicted, it was a tough day at the office for Battletown, as a very strong Hollington side run over them. I mean, it was a first half hat trick from Paul Rogers with additional goals from Brad Pritchard and Zach McInerney. Well, and then Paul Rogers finished it off. He got 4 in the end. Just a steamroller in there from Hollington. Any thoughts?
Yeah. Well, welcome to the Mid-Sussex Prem for Battle.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you sort of look at the two lineups. Hollington's is full of players that experienced that level and high. I mean, Paul Rogers, I think it was Sidley's top scorer last season. But looking at Battle's team, there's a lot of names in there I recognise who I've played against over the years at multiple, various levels in the East Sussex League. They've all sort of had to make that step up, but I don't know if anyone in that team really has that experience at that level. But I mean, it doesn't get much tougher for them than Hollington United. Probably one of the favourites to win the league. So, well, I was about to say it can only get easier, but they've got Ringmer next game. So who
Yeah.
knows?
Well, hopefully they can bounce back from that.
Yeah, I guess, or maybe the fixtures secretary doesn't seem to like them.
Yeah, it could be. That's a conspiracy.
Yeah.
So yeah, then after that, obviously Hollington have got they're entertaining Linfield. Leon, will it continue to rain goals at the Gibbons? Do you think?
Well, it'd certainly be a tougher challenge for him, wouldn't it? I mean, Linfield finished fourth last season, so we don't know any ins and outs at Linfield, how their team's looking at the minute. But you just expect Hollington to pick up another 3 points.
Okay, and now we look at Westfield. Well, there was more goals. There was plenty of goals again. Westfield took on Willingdon and tore them to pieces at the parish field, running out 6-1 winners. So there was goals from Warren Peffig, Josh Pickering, Liam Ward, Callum Smith, and an own goal. I mean, well, that left the Westies faithful in ecstasy, I can imagine. So, any thoughts on that game, Leon?
It just appeared to be raining goals Saturday.
Mm.
I think we expected Willingdon to be one of the strongest sides out there, so surprised Westfield went out there and smashed them in the manner they did. Once again, next game they've got Holland Sports, who finished 5th last season, and there was a bit of history between the two sides. Their former manager used to have a YouTube channel, sort of following him about, and the first time he played him for his old team, Charlwood, there was a bit of needle to it, this say, and then when he took over Holland Sports, that sort of carried on. There was a bit of banter from the Westfield lot who lost, so no doubt Westfield will be wanting to get a bit of revenge on Holland Sports.
Well, yeah, then we move on to Sedlescombe. Sedlescombe started off their campaign fantastically well, 2-0 up, second half against Balcombe. Goals from Dan Tyler and Ross Chambers, both from set pieces, and unfortunately, they let it slip, lost 3-2 just towards the end, which is a real shame. Well, Sedlescombe entertain Ashurst Wood this Saturday. Let's hope that they can bounce back from that late defeat. Right.
Yeah, he's hope so. Ashurst are one of the newly promoted teams. We don't know how they fare at this level, but Sedlescombe will be looking at that as a good chance to get their first points of the season.
So that's our MSFL sides. Moving on to ESFL, obviously the big kickoff isn't until the 3rd of September, but they're still playing regular friendlies. Our co-host here, Leon, he was playing on Saturday in a very eventful game. I heard you were playing in goal, Leon. What's that about?
Yeah, I had a stint in goal. I was a bit sort of carrying a bit of an injury beforehand, so I wasn't sure if I was going to play. We were in need of a goalkeeper, so I said I'll go in goal. And then someone popped up and said I could play the first half. So I ended up playing the first half out on pitch. Sort of thought, well, if my calf goes, I'll just come off it. It's absolutely fine. Second half went in goal. But took my sort of 3rd, 4th goal kick, and I could sort of feel my calf twinge a bit. Oh, okay. So it was a bit ironic doing all that running about. First half, absolutely nothing, and then standing about in goal most of the second half, and
how's that work? So you're playing Westfield thirds?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so their 4ths and Rye 2nds played beforehand, and we played after. But I think Rye beat the 4ths 2-1 beforehand, and Westfield 4ths looked like a very young side. Obviously, just come up from youth football, but it's good. It's good to see. It's not just Westfield. You've got Hastings Athletic. We've also got a young side that's come up from like youth football. Pass and Move. I think they're doing the same. And Sedlescombe have been doing it for a few years now, so it's good to have all these teams, working on having like good youth set up and trying to, fully integrate them into adult football. So long may it continue. Yeah,
I mean it's very important. They need to be playing at this level now, don't they? And learning the physicality aspects of it.
Yeah, definitely.
Talking of physicality, I noticed on Twitter that there was someone visited a fracture clinic in your game. I mean, you weren't giving Hogan Bigfoots to people, were you? What's going on?
I don't know what happened there. Just sort of saw the lads in a heap in the ground, and when they got down injured, they've probably hurt himself. Yeah. Sort of sent a quick tweet to Westfield asking how he was doing, and apparently he was in the visiting the fracture clinic today. So I've never got the lad's name, but I hope it's nothing too serious, or he's not out of the game for too long with it. So yeah, speedy recovery to him.
Yeah, whoever it is, yeah, my thoughts exactly. Yeah, we've got final word. I know Leon, who's definitely been reffed by this gentleman, I'm sure, might want to bring this up. It's the retirement of Alan Green. Take it away, Leon.
Yeah, so Alan announced his retirement from reffing. Well, reffing competitively. He might do the odd charity game here and there. So I saw him on Saturday. But yeah, he's been reffing a good number of years now, and he's personally he's one of the names I'll see. He's reffing one of my games, and I think I'll good win for a good game here. But he's finally hung the whistle up. Well, enjoy your retirement, Al.
Yeah,
And many thanks.
He's probably got through all those bungs he took. He's got a place in Malibu. No.
Well, yeah, all those trips to Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good mates with my neighbour, Matt the ref.
Oh yeah, of course.
Matt Goldsmith, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're all schemed together, don't they? These refs.
Yeah.
The mafia, the ref mafia. Yeah. Best of luck with your retirement, Alan.
I don't know if you wanted to put this in, but another guy called Ken Brook. I think he's packed it in as well. I know the name. I might recognise the face, but yeah, it's another ref that's hung the whistle up. But it's a bit, it's
a bit of a worry, though, isn't it? I mean,
yeah, I was about to say, yeah, you got all these refs, these long-standing refs that have been doing it for years, all hanging up the whistle, just probably getting a bit fed up with it, really, because we all know it's a thankless task, and there's not as many new refs coming in as are going out.
Is there not? I mean, you'd know about that more than me, mate. What I mean, is that the case? I mean, is there?
Yeah, I'd imagine so, because like now what they do in the East Sussex League in particular, because of the shortage of refs, like say you've got like more than one team, like one team will play a game beforehand, and then the next team will play a game in it afterwards and use the same ref. Because I mean, I've had a couple of games last season where we've not been able to get a proper ref, and we've had to find a volunteer for it, and they're not an actual ref. It just descends into
Well,
yeah, a bit of a farce. But
I've seen you play, mate. I know what you try and get away with. So
only when you're playing.
Wait. Okay. Well, listen. Thanks again, Leon. And well, that was the week that was. So well, I'll see you next week, sir.
Yeah, I'll see you next week.